Hey Mauricio, it is Matt, how you doing? Are you okay? So let's have a conversation about this tea. I've had a meeting last night with my colleague on this. So we're interested, but we can't get to that price level that you're looking at. And I'm just going to explain a few valid reasons why, just to be clear on this. And then I'm going to tell you what we would value the stock at to get involved with all of it. Okay, so the first thing is the quantity is a big quantity, which is fine. We're not scared of that type of quantity whatsoever. That's absolutely fine. The main issue that we have with it is we see it more as because it's a nice tin. It's kind of, although it's tea inside, it's very much like a gift. We see it as like a Christmas gift line. So for any of our customers that are going to be selling these, they would probably be selling these at like nearer to Christmas time as like an Xmas gift item, you know, that they can sell alongside other similar food and drink related gift items. So, you know, it's a nice gift tin, and obviously there's tea inside as well. So for us, between now and Christmas, anyone that we sell these to, they are going to be selling these or holding onto them to sell at Christmas, because it's going to be a good Christmas product for them to sell. Now, the only issue with that is by the time they start selling them nearer to Christmas, the issue is the expiry date, because it goes out of date the month after Christmas. So anyone that's going to be gifted these, they're going to run out of date very quickly. We feel that we would probably want to extend the expiry date on these, which I'm sure we would be allowed, because you can extend expiry dates with tea. You just basically need to get permission from, you know, where you got the tea bags from, and they would say, okay, these are okay for another 6 months, and then we would basically have to put these through what we call a contract packer, where we would put a new date on the pack. So anyone selling these at Christmas, we would want them to have a different expiry date on the tin, because they're just going to be hard for, you know, anyone buying these in a shop around Christmas time, and then they look at the expiry date underneath the tin. They're going to see, well, there's no time left on these. We're not going to buy them. We're not interested. So I think they're going to sell better if they've got a longer expiry date on them. But there's a cost involved to do that. As you can imagine, you know, they need to be all come out of each box or each case, and then they need to have a sticker put over the top of where it's got the date at the moment. We can do that, it's not a problem. We've done that type of thing many times over the years, but there's a big expense involved in doing that. As well as that, Maurizio, we feel that it's not a high value item, because basically it's not a famous brand. It's not an international brand name. So, you know, most people don't know this brand at all. It's a good little gift item, but they're not a famous brand of tea. So again, that devalues the product, because no one really knows this brand of tea. We're going to do better with them if we can extend the expiry date, but there's just a lot of costs involved to do that. You know, we're going to have to pay for transport from Dublin to England, bring them into a contract packer and get the job done, repacked, and then re-deliver. We've got re-delivery costs to our customer as well. So there's some really big costs involved. I would be honest with you and say they're going to be worth half what you're looking at. In English money, I need to be around 20 pence, which is around, I think, 23 euro cents, 23 euro cents. That's where we need to be. We would pay for the collection of the goods and we would pay up front. It's a nice little tin, but there's only 16 tea bags in it. And it's not a huge tin either, so it's not a high value item whatsoever. Let me know. I'm ready to do a deal with you, and we can get it paid for and collected probably next week. Yeah, I mean, I'm just giving you how it is because it's how I work, and we've got to be. We're in the business as well of buying stock and making some money as well, But like I say, you have to understand there's quite a lot of costs involved on our side as well, on top of the actual product. Yeah, let me know before the end of the day, that'd be great. All right. I'll leave it in your good hands. All right, speak soon. Take care. Cheers. Bye-bye. All right, guys, so that was a negotiation on the tins of tea bags that we've got here, 39,000 tins. What I've done here is I've looked at all the downsides to this product, and that's what you've got to tell people on, when you speak to them. I sometimes do this on email, I sometimes just pick up the phone and speak to people. In this case, I've decided just to get on the phone. And all I'm looking at is the downsides to this product that I've been offered, these tins of tea bags. It's not a famous brand. It expires in January 2022. And, we see it more as a gift item that will probably be selling better towards Christmas. But anyone buying these as a Christmas gift, they're going to go out of date at the end of January, the following month. So that's kind of where I was laying it on thick, that they're worth a lot less, and that we'd have to redate them, put a new expiry date on. I wouldn't be, okay? I probably wouldn't be doing that, but I'm just laying it on thick, giving reasons to drive that price level down towards the level that I want to pay for those goods, okay? It's all part of being a buyer of goods. You've got to almost slag off the product, where you can to drive that price level down. So the guy's going to get back to me later, and what I'm going to do is, when I actually put this video online, you're going to see the actual content in a moment, hopefully accepting the deal, and then I'll let you know what the deal's going to make, and profit in the bank. Okay, so I got a reply back on my offer on the tins of tea bags. The supplier came back with a counter offer, meaning they've come back with a price. So they came back with 28 euro cents. That's about 25 pence. But what I did was I've gone back and said, look, as a gesture, I'm struggling to pay more, but as a gesture, I'll give you 23.5 euro cents. So it's like a fraction over 20 pence that I originally offered. And he called me back and he has accepted the offer. So I've agreed the deal at just over 20 pence. So what profit have we made? Well, we're just waiting on some transportation costs. It looks like the deal is going to make about £4,000 to £5,000, which is great. That's a great deal. They originally came to us with that offer at €1 per unit. €1 per unit. And I've got them down to 23.5 cents. So I've literally got them down just over 75% on that original price. So don't ever think that when someone comes in at a high price that you can't get them right down on the price, because this is a great example of getting someone down from their original price of €1 per tin. These tins here, €1 they wanted per tin. I've got them right down to 23.5 cents, guys. So that is a job well done. Great deal. So you're probably thinking, okay, so you've made that profit, but you've not mentioned how you flipped it, how you got the buyer to buy this inventory. Guys, I already had the buyer lined up before I negotiated the price with the supplier. I already knew who the customer was going to be and what that customer wanted to pay. That was by using what we call a validation method, where we put that offer out to a few different buyer contacts of ours and get some firm interest and get an indication of what that buyer will pay for that product. Once I knew I had firm interest and I knew what my buyer wanted to pay, that was when I started actually negotiating the price. Like you saw on the phone earlier, I started negotiating the price. When I was doing that, I already knew who my buyer was. And this is what we're teaching in our coaching program, where we get buyer validation, okay, before we start negotiating prices with a supplier. We've already got the buyer lined up. We've already got the buyer ready and waiting to buy that inventory, okay? All we need to do is negotiate the price and get that deal done and flipped without touching it, without seeing it, without holding it. And this is what we are teaching our students inside our program, guys. These are the types of deals that you can find yourself very, very easily if you use all the strategies that I teach in my program. So guys, if you are interested in growing a income stream or quitting your 9-to-5 and getting started in this business of inventory flipping, then I will get you set up and started in this business. All you have to do is click on the link below to apply, and once you submit your application, you will go to a calendar form where you can schedule a 30-minute strategy call with me, and we can see if I can help you get started in this business and see if you are ready to come into the coaching program and get started in this highly profitable business of flipping pallets of inventory. I will see you very, very soon.